The banning of our embassy, as you say, the minister will explain. I have raised the issues here of the reckless conduct of our CDF. The other day he spoke in defense of, in support of M23, and we nearly got chased from Congo, our military who is fighting there. Can you, Mr. Speaker, also ask defense to come here and explain? Because these things were bound to happen. When you're talking about it, some MPs thought we were joking. The way he was mocking Congo. The reckless nature of the CDF. The trouble that it has started causing Uganda. Because that banning of our embassy is partly because of his tongue. Can you, Mr. Speaker, procedurally ask defense to come here and explain if now they have contained his tongue? Because sooner than later you'll have a problem either with Khartoum, with Ethiopia. There it was Kenya. Now they are banning our embassies our embassy in Congo.
The statement which we're expecting tomorrow. So let's first get a statement tomorrow, okay? Then if there are any clarifications from government, they'll be made here. They'll be made. Number two, really, I think it will be unfair for me to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs to come and update government on roads we are doing in DRC, on payments, when these roads and their funding was approved by us as Parliament, and there is a sectoral committee in charge. When the money that has been paid as reparation to DRC was approved by us as a Parliament, we might not have same opinions on the same, okay? But at least all this was done with the resolution of Parliament. So I think the committee is responsible when we are handling the budget and all that. Please look into these matters, and then the members will pick interest. Otherwise, I wouldn't want us to mix a lot of issues. The situation in Congo is very fragile. I don't want us to come here with statements, again, which will really add in sorrow. Procedure. Hello?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, this House, as the legislature, is in many respects the gatekeeper of our country. And so when there's critical matters of concern out there, they can be discussed on talk shows and so on, but Parliament is critical because this is where Ugandans are represented. Honourable Speaker, I want to draw your attention and to seek your indulgence. There is a brewing conflict in eastern DRC. DRC is our neighbor. There are a couple of Ugandans who are in DRC, and what's happening there is of great concern to us as a country. Honourable Speaker, for about 4 years, the Ugandan ambassador to DRC has not been accredited. So I actually keep wondering about our relationship with DRC, what it's like as we speak today. I'll also remind you that while Uganda waived visa fees for DRC, DRC has not returned the same favor. So it appears to me as if we have some kind of frosty relationship with DRC. And now with the ongoing conflict there, it is concerning. Maybe government needs to update us on, number one, our border, what's happening around that situation. Number two, Ugandans who are held in DRC, given the conflict that's happening there. And as you know, Uganda has previously been blamed for supporting M23. Of course, government denied that, but that blame has come through. Honourable Speaker, we have our troops in DRC. You remember years ago, Uganda raided DRC. DRC took us to court, and we are still paying heavily. So given all that is happening, it's very concerning. And I thought through your chair, Honourable Speaker, government would update us, because we are caught in this, because these are our neighbors, we have Ugandans across, and all the other attendant issues. I thank you, Right Honourable.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lop. A few minutes ago, I think like 20 minutes ago, I was on call with the Minister of State for Regional Cooperation, Honorable John Murimba, and he was asking for space on the order paper to bring a statement to update us on the happenings in DRC, especially with the burning of our embassy today. Yes, our embassy this afternoon was burnt, is on fire. So I've told him that he should get back to me in the evening when the statement is ready. We can accommodate him tomorrow, okay, as the first item, and then we go to the BFP. But government already has moved requesting for space on the order paper. And they were in a meeting, right now they were in a meeting, because I told him if I could give him space today, but he told me, of course, statements of this nature, you have to be very, very cautious, or else you might end up causing much more problems. So they were in a meeting, and he told me they had already been speaking to the CDF of DRC. Then they were consulting other people to finalize on a statement which can come here. So I request that we do tomorrow, we give him space, since it was his initiative. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, that is a very sensitive matter, just like you have said.
Into the wound. I don't want us to really frame the situation. So let's wait for the minister tomorrow, then we shall see how we will handle. Honourable Sewungu, then Honourable Watkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My prayer to you from that communication, Mr. Speaker, about Congo is that I think Uganda Airlines must take...
DRC.
DRC.
You know there is Congo Brazzaville.
Yes, DRC must take in... Uganda Airlines should take in attention from now, immediately. Because they have business in DRC and is always flying there. But, Mr. Speaker, my other issue is that since tomorrow you have called us here, tomorrow at 10, I would pray that the front bench becomes more healthy than it is today. Because we need them to respond to issues. And you know we have a challenge with the Prime Minister of Uganda. He's never here. She only comes on Thursday for Prime Minister's time, yet is the leader of government business. A number of issues in the budget must be reflected and must be responded to by the Prime Minister. I'm not attacking the one who's sitting here, and I want to praise her very much. But sometimes we don't get substantial answers from her. But the substantive Prime Minister should be entering appearance here every day whenever we are sitting. Because that's why she was appointed. Hold on what?
Right Honourable Speaker, is it in order for Honourable Sewungu to allude that the office of the Prime Minister is not represented? Because there's no single day that this House has been on without a representation from the office of the Prime Minister. Is Honourable Sewungu in order, Right Honourable Speaker?
Thank you. Honourable colleagues, I received a notice from the Right Honourable Prime Minister informing me she's in Tanzania on official duty, representing government. That's why she's not here. But she has been giving us time. And really, when she comes, she gives us enough time. And she, even Thursdays, the time she gives us on Thursdays is a valuable time. You know, it's very, very important time. And tomorrow I request, in fact, I'll be shocked to find there is a minister which is not represented when we are discussing their budget. I don't know how they will be wanting to operate. So I hope we come in so that the Minister of Finance doesn't carry the burden alone. Government Chief Whip, Right Honourable Prime Minister, Head of Government Business, ensure each ministry tomorrow is represented at 10 so that we can kick off business well. Finally, Honourable Katsabe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise on the value system of I am my sister's keeper, I am my brother's keeper. Mr. Speaker, sir, for those that probably don't know the history of the people that live in Kasese as a community, our great fathers migrated, born and migrated and came to Uganda. So naturally, we are, by extension and by tradition, Congolese.
because that's where our great parents came from. Now, under the value system, I am my sister's keeper and I am my brother's keeper. Now that we have an insecurity condition, Mr. Speaker, sir, and you have wisely guided, can I request to you, Mr. Speaker, that the fact that it consists of borders, DRC,